All right, guys. As promised, this is Kelly from Hills Deals and Wheels Mobile Home Investing Course. I got the man on here, Mr. Aaron Haynes, out of California. Okay, and guys, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Every time I get a deal, I'm like, I'm giving it to Aaron. Before I even knew Aaron, everybody was like, I'm like, well, who in California is really doing the thing? Aaron. I'm like, who is this Aaron? And then I finally, well, we never really met Aaron. We met on the internet, and from now on, Aaron to tell you, I get a deal. I'm like, it's going right to Aaron. I'm doing it for Aaron. Aaron, introduce yourself to everybody.
I appreciate that introduction, and that's very true. You always hit me up like just random. I'm like, oh, Kelly sent me something. I'm like, oh, thanks. I'm so thankful. But hello, everybody. My name is Aaron Haynes. I invest out of California. Well, I'm from California. I invest out of California. I also invest out of Illinois and Tennessee, and I've also done a deal in Georgia. But I'm majority in Illinois, Tennessee, and California.
Okay. And so Aaron, out of all those states, why is it seems like California's like kind of rough.
I think I think because so with different classes that you take or courses that you take, everybody talks about oh, it's 3,000, like I got this home for $3,000, I got this home for $1,500, and I was able to fix it up or whatever and then sell it for 10 or 12,000 or 15,000. So everybody, it's like a smaller cost, startup cost in other states. But in California, you can get those same type deals because I have a deal. My first single deal that I done in California was a similar deal. So California is a lot more expensive. The lot rent is a lot more expensive. The taxes here are a lot higher. So I think that's the reason. Yeah, just the price. The startup price is pretty high compared to other states.
Right, right. And so are you licensed in California? Because I tried to get my license in California and I'm like, forget it. That is the only state I know that's not open book. So I gave up on that.
Yeah, I'm not licensed, so it's a whole story behind that. I'll tell that story afterwards. But no, I'm not like I'm not licensed in California. But so I work with a park down in Bakersfield, and the regional manager, she's been in the business for probably almost 20 years. And I was telling her that I'm not licensed. She asked me, she's like, oh, okay. She's like, there's ways around that. I'm like, really? I'm like, how? And she was just like, she kind of explained it to me on the level of basically they're considered personal property. So if I get it, put it in my name or whatever have you, it could be a home I'm buying for my mom, or it could be a home I'm buying for my wife, or whoever it may be. But then I go sell it, then like they can't tell me that I can't do that. But she was just saying like that's a way around it until I got my license or whatever have you. But so yeah, so I do a lot of deals with that park and then some other parks I have relationships with. So basically, it's about relationship building
Mm.
for
And,
me.
and so out there in Bakersfield, is the lot rent like getting crazy like it is? Because it's getting crazy in Texas. What
It's
is the lot
going
rent? What's the average lot rent out there?
well, and there's average. I'm not sure what the average is of all the home or parks. I know the park that I invest in is 672.
That's all. Do you know?
Yeah,
You know, in Texas it's 750.
yeah. And then somebody just messaged me out of LA, somewhere in LA, a lady. She said one of the parks is like 1,000, but it's a park here. It's a really nice park here. I live in Sacramento. It's a really nice park here. I think it's like 975 or something like that. But
Oh,
I also tell people too, well, investors, uh, you got to think if the lot rent is that high, that means you can charge that much more as far as like what you're charging if you're going to rent the place out or if you're going to do rent to own, depending on whatever your strategy is, you know?
uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, Aaron, how long you been in this mobile home business? Because before, what were you doing before?
So I've been in, so before mobile home investing, I played 17 years of professional basketball. I retired a year ago. And I've been in mobile home investing for 1 year. June, so basically this June made 1 year. So what are we in right
Wow.
now? September, June, July.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So, what's that? 12, 15 months. So I've been in it 15 months, and I've had a lot of success. I'm definitely enjoying it. Going to keep doing it, but I want to start venturing out too to start buying some parks.
Right, right. And so, Aaron, how many deals do you have under your belt? I know you can only guess because I know because I'm sending you deals, everybody else sending you deals.
That
How many
I
deals would you say you had under your belt right now?
if I'm not mistaken, it's 12 or 13. If I go back to my phone, it's like 12 or 13 right now. And
Uh,
yeah, it's crazy because like you said, the California market, I was able to reach six figures on my sixth or seventh deal.
wow.
So yeah, because of the numbers in California, the numbers here are a lot higher. So I've had situations where I've gotten free homes and I sold those for five figures. I did some fix and flips where I sold was able to make really good profits on. So yeah,
Hmm.
just because the numbers in California are higher, I was able to reach six figures a lot quicker in like 6 months.
Right. And so do you notice, because what I noticed in California, it seemed like the sellers are always wanting to deal with a realtor
Hmm.
versus, they don't want to hear
Yeah.
nothing about no mobile home specialist. Do you notice that in California?
Yeah, they are because I think so. We have a lot of mobile homes, but I think it's still everybody look at everything in California like homes, homes, homes. Traditional
Hmm.
homes, but in other states, they like that's a normal thing. I think it's just becoming or starting to become normal where there's mobile home specialists versus realtors. So a lot of them do want realtors, but when you talk to them and or you can kind of like show them your catalog, then they're kind of like come along and it's
Right.
about building a relationship. Basically, they'll come along and work with you.
Right. Because I know I was driving for dollars and I went into what I thought was well, it was a mobile home park and they had garages. I'm like, what? I had never seen a mobile home with a
Listen,
garage. I'm like, what's
Kelly,
going
let
on?
me tell you, it's a park around the corner from my house. They have two-car garages, maybe three. No, not three. I seen two-car garages, and I seen a guy open his garage. So I said, let me slow down just to see what it looked like. Cause I don't want to get out
Right,
and walk in, a black guy
right.
walking with a white guy. But I
Uh,
slowed down and looked. I'm like, damn, like the garage is huge on the inside. Like my home garage, I live in like a traditional home. The
mm,
garage is huge, like the roof is tall. I'm like, wow, this is nice. And it's like a two-car garage. The mobile home is big and looked really new. I don't know what year it was, but it was a newer one, at least late 90s, early 2000s, but it was really nice.
wow, that's amazing. And
Yeah.
so Aaron, what are your thoughts about moving? Have you had any experience moving mobile homes?
Yes, recently. So for me, I was gonna have two moves in California, but the prices are just outrageous. Like I think the single wide was gonna be like 10 or 12,000 or something like that,
Ooh.
which was crazy. And then the double
Uh-huh.
wide is gonna be like right at 20. I'm like, bro, I'm not paying that kind of money. So uh so for me, if there's a deal that needs to be moved, I'll just wholesale it.
Okay.
Unless the park will allow me to. At the time I was oh sorry about that. Let me turn
That's
my
okay.
yeah, I thought I had my ring. I normally don't have it
That's
on.
all right, because I'm probably in the same boat. I got this new telephone and I don't even know how to work it.
Uh, but yeah, so for me, I'll wholesale it. If I'm not going to wholesale it, then I'll, rent to own, or I haven't been doing rent to owns to be honest with you. But after following you, I've been following you for a while, and I scroll back to our messages to begin. I'm like, oh, I've talked to Kelly before a little bit. But
Yeah.
after following what you've been saying and just kind of paying attention, because I observe all mobile home investors.
Uh-huh.
It makes so much sense. I think I sent you a message this morning, like
Right.
just to rent the place out or
Yeah.
or rent the rooms, which is what I'm doing. But because rent to own is like, okay, like you said, let's say we rent it for, I don't know, 48 months, 36 months, whatever it is. And then after you finish that, you got to go get another home. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And like,
Exactly.
why not just get these homes like you said, remodel them if they need remodel, fix them up really nice. And you're getting a lot newer homes. The homes that you're getting, before you even touch them, they're better than the homes that I'm getting. Like I haven't come across no really new homes, so I'm remodeling them a lot, like doing a lot of work. But I'm
Hmm.
still going to rent.
Uh-huh. Well, it look like we're frozen up on Aaron's side. Is everybody frozen?
Take away all of your money, and then you're going to be owning this forever, and you can pass this on to your son or to whoever, your brother, your sister, whatever have you.
Right, right. Yeah, we don't I'm not giving away no home. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it
I
makes
mean, I feel like when I get these homes, I mean, I feel like I'm already winning the lottery. Why would I want to win the lottery and just give it to somebody else? I mean, I give you some, but you ain't getting all.
yeah.
That's just the way I feel about it. I'm too old to be giving away mobile home. I don't even like going grocery shopping. So you think I like driving for dollars in 110-degree heat?
I do not go grocery shopping. I leave that to my wife. If she ain't going grocery shopping, I'm like, you better do DoorDash.
Y'all starving.
I'm not going no grocery shopping. Not happening. Not
Yeah.
doing it. But I have
Eh,
so to back to what we were saying, I have one me and a partner, we have a rent to own in Tennessee, but only because we were just trying to get off of that. And I was telling my partner at the time, I was like, at least we're not paying lot rent no more. We're getting some monthly money. So that's just that one. But it's like that part we're not even going to be investing in because it needs like a ton of work. It's in a crappy area and just all this other stuff. But
mhm.
so all my other stuff, yeah, I like my whole 2022 model is passive income.
Yeah.
I'll do wholesales, of course, and I'm closing out, getting ready to close out on a fix and flip. That's gonna be a pretty big payout. But all 2022, I want passive income, renting
Mhm.
rooms, renting the home out, whatever. But I'm not doing the rent owns though. I've been,
Mhm.
like I said, I've been following you, and I talk to Nicole a lot.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, Nicole, I love her to death.
Yeah.
But I talk to you. I talk to you. You know, I always comment on your stuff, and you be
Yeah.
giving me helpful advice. But and I just watch you too from afar. But yeah, I'm renting for me.
Yeah, I
I'm
appreciate that.
okay with it.
Yeah, we actually did a renting out rooms to a guy who owned a car wash, but our mistake was, and I had to talk to Nicole, what she did different than we did. She put cameras in the kitchen.
Hmm.
And so they had everybody and their mama living up in there.
Yeah,
And so after 9 months, but they paid well. After 9 months, we told them they had to go.
yeah,
They
we
had to
doing.
go. And so we're gonna try it again. We're gonna try.
Yeah,
We have a FEMA home that we're gonna try it on. So we're gonna try it one more time. And if
FEMA
it don't
homes.
work
Yeah.
out, then I'm done with it.
Oh no, no, it'll be good. So yeah, with the camera thing is good. So for me, Nicole do it this way too. So I get for one home, I get four cameras. So one at the
Mm,
front door, back door, living room, and in the kitchen area. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So it's basically four. So all parts of the house is covered outside of their private areas. Of course, you don't want to be in those areas, like their rooms or the restrooms and all of that. No, but
Mm-hmm.
it's good too because you get to see like if some of the renters are kind of picky like this. So one guy, I seen a situation. One guy had bread on the stove, and another guy, he accused the other guy of going to steal a piece of his bread. So he came in going crazy. It was so funny. I was with Nicole when it happened, and
uh,
and he was like about to have a heart attack, Kelly, like dead
over
at.
his bread.
He was so mad. No, he stole one of my pieces. It ain't about the bread. It's the principle that he stole from me. I mean, I'm sitting there looking like, are you shitting me? Like, this is what I got
Uh,
to look forward to. But having the cameras help all of that because you can go back into the camera, just like your camera at home. If somebody
right.
broke in or anything happened, we can go back to the camera. So same thing. But I think long story short, the guy that he thought didn't touch his bread. But he was going,
And
it
hey,
was
hey,
so
hey,
funny.
hey, hey, everybody, for the record, we talking about real bread, bread you eat. We ain't talking about money
Oh
bread. We
yeah, we
talking
ain't
about
talking
bread.
about money. We talking about yes,
Because if it
bread.
was about some bread, y'all be having me on camera too. We talking about bread that you eat.
Right,
But that
right.
is funny. But you know what? I have the only thing that I don't understand about the camera concept, because we have another mobile home in the same park. I wonder, can I use that same internet service for that home to do that room to room as well?
In the same park,
Yes, in the same park.
but is the home close enough to where to pick up the
Yeah,
signal?
I think it is. Yeah, I
Oh, if
think
it's
it's
close
pretty.
enough, yeah. And you just get
Yeah,
it attached to your phones. Then you can watch it just like I'm sure you got cameras at your house. You can look at your cameras on your phone. It's the same exact
right.
thing.
It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
Hmm.
Okay, well, thank you for clearing that up. So
No, that's
let's
good.
talk about this recent deal that you posted. And one thing, I love the music. I'm taking this music.
Oh
So
yeah,
the music,
I'm big. Hey Kelly, I'm
yeah,
big on music, but
yeah.
I had a fan or not a fan. Somebody commented. They're like, "But why it got to be so much cussing?" So now when I do it, I'm like, I try to go find the edited ones because I'm big on. I love music. You talking about
Yeah.
the
I
very
don't
very
even
last
know
one
who
I
it
did,
was, but I love the beat. I love
Burner
the
Boy.
beat. So I
Yeah.
said, yeah.
Oh,
So I stole all
last
that. I
one.
stole the video and everything from that. So I
No, you
really love
good. You
that.
got it. You got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So walk us through that deal. Number one, how did you find the deal?
Okay, so that deal is in Tennessee, and I have a partner there. My sis Rashada, she was on here. I don't know, she probably got off, but she she got to connected with two parks out there, but it's the same park manager. So I came out. She's like, "Yeah, bro, you gotta come out here. We can, like it's a ton of opportunity out here." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I come out in April, connect with the park manager, love me. So now me and the park manager, we best friends. Like we texting, this or that. So
Mm,
I'm there. I end up buying like a couple of homes, and I got the home that we were speaking of. I got the home for $500, and you've seen the befores and afters, like all the
Right.
holes. I guess the people
Beautiful.
that got kicked out, they were just like kicking or maybe hitting the holes in the walls.
Uh-huh.
So I got it for 500, and I put in 10,000, like including paying I paid a carpenter to do my carpet, and then my handyman. So I'm all in right now, like $10,500 plus what I paid to buy it. And then I
Uh-huh.
got it's a 3-2. I have one room rented already. I'm renting it for 750. That's the private room, and then the other two
Okay.
I'm renting for 650. I have somebody. He's basically ready to move in. He's coming from Vegas to Memphis for work. So he's going to be moving in on Saturday, or looking to move
Mm-hmm.
on Saturday. I just got to wait on him to get approved.
Mm-hmm. And what's the lot rent out there?
Oh, and the lot, sorry about that. The lot rent is $400.
Oh, that's not bad. So
Not
they got
bad.
any amenities at that park or?
Nah, that park don't really have nothing. It's really quiet. It's quiet, laid back, chill park. But it's two
Mm-hmm.
parks. That one is like the worst of the two. The other one is like a little bit more upscale, but this one is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
It serves perfect for the situation. You know, people literally on their last leg before homelessness. You know what I mean? Like
Right, right,
the
right.
renter that I have, he got the private room. He had to do it. He got in. It was an emergency eviction because
Uh-huh.
they had mold in his apartment, and he kept getting sick off of it. So he had to just up and leave. And so he rented it out. So he's going to be there for like 6 to 8 months or whatever. And whenever he leave, I'll just have my handyman clean it out and put it back up on the market to be rented out
Wow.
again. So yeah,
Excellent.
so and then I provide the internet. Like I take care of the internet, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
it's fully furnished. Like I got TVs in there and got them mounted on the walls. If you look at the video I sent, you can see like the mounts on there, but the TV's not on there yet. I got the TVs put on there after. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then that house will profit once it's fully rented out. That'd be before lot rent. That's what 13 two, that'd be 2050 minus $400 for lot rent, so that'd be 16, what's that, 1650. And then I don't know, let's say if the internet's not going to be 100, but I think it's $54 or $45, something like that. Let's just say 100. So I'll
Okay.
probably, once it's fully I'll be profiting about $1,500 on that one. And I have four,
Wow.
yeah, I have four properties there. My second
Wow.
one is getting started on. He done the plumbing already. I think he's going to start like maybe this weekend.
And so, Aaron, what about the utilities? You know, because most mobile homes it don't come with the water, but the water you get the bill from the park. What about the water and the electricity? Are you taking care of that too, or just the
Yeah, well, with
internet?
this first one I will, but going forward, I'm gonna put it in the contract. I don't got that in my contract with this one, but I'm gonna put
Uh-huh.
it in the contract for this one. Yeah, but like the bills, I mean, you've been in this
Yeah.
business longer than me. The bills are
Right.
not expensive at all as far as electric and all the other stuff. But yeah, so I think this one I'm gonna take care of it, and then depending on like when the people once I get it full, start transitioning out, I'll put it in there and implement it that they're gonna pay for it. But right now, yeah, I'm gonna take care of this one, but it won't be. That's why I
Wow.
was saying like I just round up to 100. I know the internet is gonna be like 45 or 50 or something like that. Then the rest of the stuff should be like another 50 or 55 or something. So with that one
And
home,
it's just so amazing how people get on the internet and you make a comment that you rent out room to room. And I'm like, well, how is that going to work? There's so much negativity. It's just amazing. But here you got a mobile home for you might as well say out the gate $11,000, and you're gonna be getting $1,500 once everybody the rooms are rented. $1,500 a month in your pocket. And people
right,
still like, oh, how does that work? I'm like, easy. What do you mean, how does it work? It works all day long. I don't get it. Why you don't get it? You know what I'm saying?
right. That should be the question we're having. Why you don't understand?
Right, right. But people they don't have a dime to their names and they swear, oh, I'm gonna get a single family home. But okay, when is that gonna happen?
Right, and that's
No,
the single family homes expensive as hell. Like
exactly, exactly. And you're not gonna own it. It's gonna be bank owned. So part
right,
of that money gonna go to the bank, and it's
go to
gonna
the
be a
bank.
large chunk of it.
And then it's
So
like I think people try to push their fears and everything upon you. You know what I mean?
mhm,
Like just because
mhm.
you don't believe that you can do it, don't mean that I can. Cause I'm know for sure I'm gonna go get her. So I'm gonna make this happen regardless, with or without
Right.
your comment. But a lot of people like they think like to themselves, like, man, this can't be done. I can't do this. He can't do
Hmm.
it. Nah, that's not true. I can do it.
Right.
You can't do it. But you really could if
Right.
you change your mindset. It's all about your mindset. It's just one's perspective.
It is. And I just want to throw this out here. Everybody on this panel. Now, I'm not really familiar with Rashada. I don't think I know
That's
Rashada.
my sis. Yeah, she part.
Yeah,
We all part of the
but
same group.
wow, but everybody on this panel is killing the game. There's not one person
Yep.
on here that's not killing the game in the mobile home business. That's
Rashada
why if
too.
I got a question, I could reach out to any of them. If they got a
Yeah.
question, they could reach out to me. It's no big deal because I
Mhm.
mean, I don't want to brag or nothing, but we all killing the game on this panel. Everybody,
Yep.
everybody.
And I like
So,
the thing that I like that there's like no competition. You know what I
right.
mean? 'Cause I played, like I said, I'm a former athlete. You
Hmm.
can like I'm around a lot of other athletes, but you can see that they're in competition with you, and you know it
Right.
because we're in a competitive sport. But like on here, it's just like we reach out. Like I get on the phone with Cherie, talk to her for an hour. I get on the phone with Sonia, talk to her for 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Hmm.
Get on the phone with Rashada, talk to her for 30, 40 minutes. And it's just like, and vice versa. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
I reach out to you, or you
Yeah.
reach out to me. It's just like, it's just, I don't know. For me, I love it here. Cause like
Yeah.
basketball and other stuff, it's not like this. Everybody competing and trying to keep this away from you. It's like, bro, it's enough for us all to eat.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So, where do you see yourself like 5 years from now in this mobile home business?
Man, 5 years from now, I see myself for sure owning a couple of parks uh, with residual income from my room renting and at least the 12 to 15, 12 to 17 and higher thousand a month. That's where I
Hmm.
see myself. I mean, I don't know an exact number, but I'm just like, that's where I'm like starting like five. And on the low end, I got to be getting at least 12K a month. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
It could happen. It could happen a lot earlier than that, but I just see myself making at least 12 to
Hmm.
12 plus K a month, owning quite a few parks. Like I said, I have an investment group. The guys that who program I took, we have a fund that we're in the process of buying some parks, 4 parks. So uh,
Hmm.
I don't know. I want to own some parks for sure. I don't know how many, but I just want to just keep blowing this out. I'm young still in my eyes. I'm 41. I'm retired from
Right.
basketball, but in life, I feel like I'm young. So
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah, I guess that's where I see myself. If that answered the question.
Yeah, it did. But could you imagine, Aaron, if we would have found out about this if we were in our 20s?
Listen,
If I would have found out about this before I went to college, I wouldn't have went to college. I'm a
Kelly,
registered nurse. I wouldn't have went to college.
Kelly, you have no clue how many times me and Miss Cherie have spoke about this.
Hmm.
I'm like, bro, if we learned this in college, like, so my experience for college was different than the average person because I was an athlete, so I got a scholarship, so I would have went anyways because I was playing
Uh-huh.
ball. My goals, play professionally or whatever have you. So I still would have went, but
Hmm.
I didn't learn about this till the end of my career. Like I started, like I said, I've been doing this for a year. In 2021, June of 21 is when I started. Had I known this my whole basketball career with the amount of money and everything I've made, bro, I would be at like over 15, 20K already easily
Right.
monthly. And had I, you know what I mean, like seeing, what you've been posting, like as far as like rent, don't do rent to own, you know what I mean? And like really sitting back, analyzing that, talking with
Mm.
Nicole about the renting the rooms out. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I would be so much further ahead. But I look at it like this, man. God don't make mistakes, and He do everything at His own time and His own pace. So that's how I look at it. Like this is what was meant.
Right. I mean, it's just amazing. It really is.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, you do like business, like you named off of like three different states. So you're JVing, or is this virtual deals that you're doing, or how are you going about doing this?
So the one rent to own in Tennessee, I do JV and yes, but not on all of them. But so the one I was telling you, I got rent to own in Tennessee. I'm JVing that one with Rashada. That's on was on here. I don't know if she's still here.
She's
Uh,
here. Uh-huh.
oh, okay. And then me and Cherie, we JV. We got some stuff in Chicago. I think we've done. Sis, how many deals we done so far? Three already together. We complete three, I think. Two, three. But
When all we did, was it three? I think we did more. Well, one, two. about 3 or 4.
Okay. And then
Mm.
so me and Cherie, we have like 3 or 4 that we've completed, and we got another one that we're in the process of doing right now. And so we I've been JVing with them too. And then but the other ones in Tennessee that I have, like I was telling you, the room rentals, I'm not JVing with nobody. Those are just strictly me. But
I hear you. I hear
yeah,
you.
but
But
I have
still, even if you did a JV with them, I mean, you're getting 1,500 to split that. Still ain't shabby
right,
at all.
750
Yeah.
750 is not bad. But so Roshada, like I have a really good relationship with her and her husband. So I go out like every 3 months, maybe. Like I was out there in April when I
Hmm.
first went out there and bought up the homes, and then I came back. Went out there again August. I might have been out there August. No, it was July. July, maybe late July. So I go out there like every so often, and like I went out there at the home that you just posted for me. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I went out there to get it furnished, and Nicole came out with her camera crew and videoed everything. I had a
Uh-huh.
home move. I had a home move there that day. I forgot to tell you because you asked me what about moving.
Right.
California moving is too expensive. The moving there I was like, damn, that's it. But I didn't even have to pay for it because I told you I had the relationship with the park manager now. Roshada introduced me to. Uh,
Uh-huh.
it cost them 3,800 to get the park moved. I'm like, wow, that's not bad at all.
Mm.
So they moved the park. Yeah, it was like a cool process. I was able like to video it and be there to see it like hands on. But,
Hmm.
yeah, so I don't see no home moving in my near future in California. It's way too, it's way too expensive. I'm just gonna wholesale that bad boy or rent it out or something.
But Aaron, if you were a newbie, would you recommend, moving a home out the gate? That
Hell
sounds
no,
kind of, yeah.
no, because as a newbie, it's just so many different there's so many different things you don't know about being a newbie. One, if you're moving it, you're gonna have to pay. Let's say if you're not even in California, let's say you're in Tennessee. Let's say you pay 38 to move it, 3,800, and then once you get it moved there, let's say it needs to be remodeled. You're gonna have to put in another, I don't know, let's say 5,000. Now
Mm.
you in it 8,800, and then
Mm.
let's say 8,800, but you got to pay your handyman. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
just a bunch of little moving pieces and little dollar amounts. And then once they start, and you know this, once they start rehabbing, remodeling, or whatever, there's always going to be like something else that's going to happen. You know what I mean? Once they open
Hmm.
that can of worms, something else is going to jump out. But so for a newbie, I definitely wouldn't move my very first home. But for a newbie, I would wholesale my first home. Like if they were like, if somebody wanted to, if the park said the home had to be moved, I'm wholesaling it and posting it as have to be moved. And whatever the number is, let's say, I don't know, let's say I was going to sell something for 10,000, I'll lower it a little bit because I know that they have to move. And then so I'll
Right.
probably bake that into there and let the buyer know, like, hey, this home have to be moved. I was going to ask for 10. I kind of baked in already that you're going to have to pay X, Y, and Z to move it and then go
Mm.
from there.
Mm. And so, Aaron, when you're doing those type of deals, do you also find a mover, or you just like, okay, I got my money, boom, here's your house,
No,
I'm
no,
out.
no. Heck no, nah. So for
Mm.
me, I see it all the way through. Like I'm helping if they don't have a mover, like I can one wholesale I did, I got the home for it was on the private land. The guy wanted 6,000. I wholesaled it for 20,000. But the buyer, he had his best friend drove diesels, but he knew how to move these things, and that's not even his business. But so that was his mover. But for me, other deals, I've helped people. Like I come in contact with like 3 or 4 different movers. I never moved nothing personally, but I reached out to them just because I know they have homes, so they might have something that I want to buy or something that I want to get. So
Right.
yeah, I'll just connect them and pass along the number and the name and do the introduction part, and then after that, they got to do the part as far as talking. But yeah, no, I
Mm.
don't just like, oh, give me your money. All right, I'm out. Nah, that's not good.
That's good. That's
I still see them through it.
okay.
Yeah.
And so, Aaron, when you rent out these rooms, what is your criteria? Yeah, the person, the credit score, how long they got to be on their job, criminal record. What
Okay.
is your criteria?
So for me, again, these are in Tennessee. I have a really good relationship with the park manager, so I talked to her. I gave her the rundown, everything before I even got started with doing it. So the park do like they got to get park approved. So they do a background check, credit check. And so for me, I have like my own licensee agreement, like, house rules and stuff, what I'm expecting, what I'm
Mm-hmm.
charging, fees, and what penalties will be you would have to pay if you don't follow this rule or whatnot. So basically, I don't personally even do a background check and all that because the park, they have their own set of rules. I know that
Okay.
they're going to do their more due diligence than I would as far as like who
Okay.
they let in the park. Because they kind of not strict, but they're pretty strict on who they let in the park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
And
I
so, go ahead.
so I would just like when someone like, for example, the guy that's renting from the private room for me, I would just send him. I would let them know. Give me your email. I'll email them the park approval application, and it's a $35 fee. And then I'll email them my once they're approved, I'll email them my contract and agreement, and then we'll go from there. They'll sign it, get it sent over. Oh, and I get a copy of their photo ID of their
Mm-hmm.
license or California ID, whatever they have.
Mm-hmm. And so, Aaron, you do like some fix and flips. Like, what if you see a mobile home and it has like a bad roof or something like that, or the floor is bad? Would you say, "Oh no, I'm not dealing with that. That's just too much"? Would you just pass it up, or?
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not just gonna pass it up, but it just depends. Like
Mm-hmm.
so for me, okay, location for me is everything. Like if I went, like example, if I'm in Tennessee and if I see like the roof is all bad, I walk in, I can see the earth, that's all bad, then it's going to be it's probably going to be a lot more expensive. And then looking at it, I'm like, dang, how long would it take me to get back out my money? Because I'm gonna have to fix that and that, but then I'm gonna have to remodel the rest to get it to up to my standards. You know what I mean? But in
Mm-hmm.
California, is everything is more expensive. So I'll be much more okay with a situation in California like that because I know I'm gonna get all that back in a bigger return on the back end versus in Tennessee is gonna take longer because I'm renting the rooms out. So it just depends. I think I got one posted. Yes, I do. I posted one a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, maybe. It's like a green and white one on my story. That one had holes in the ceiling, up in the very top, and it had holes in the floor. And that, like, I didn't turn it away. I just try to negotiate for more free lot rent. So my big thing, I try to get free lot rent no matter where I'm at. I try to get
Right.
at least. I try to get 6 months, but sometimes they be looking at me like, nah, you know what I mean? But I've
Right.
gotten 6 months, I've gotten 4 months, and I got that one I'm talking about. I got 2 months free lot rent. So that was cool. It gave me 60-day head start, and
Yeah. Well,
uh
I actually got like free lot rent for like 6 months, but it was only because I kept on referring other people to buy homes in the park, so they were paying my lot rent. So it's not like they gave me a storage agreement right off the bat.
oh yeah, no, no.
But
I've had like
they never
okay, I
gave
give
me
you six
nothing.
months. Yeah. And
Uh,
the home I'm about to sell in Bakersfield, I had 4 months on it. Like I got the paperwork and all. Well, not with me, but it's downstairs. I got the paperwork and all. But I try to get between 2 and 6. I say like a high number because I know they're gonna be like, no, we can't do that. We could probably do 3 or 4. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, all
mm,
right, well,
yeah,
I can do 4. That's really what I want in my head. But I just throw out
mm,
like a crazy number. Even like if I'm going to buy a home, somebody like, oh, I want 30. I'm like, bro, I'll give you 10 or 12. And they be like, no, no, I can't do that. That's too low. That's disrespectful. I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to disrespect you. Like, what would you think? Like, this is negotiation here. Like, what, they be like, oh, I could probably do 18 or 20. I'm like, all right, cool. That's what I really wanted them at anyways.
mm.
Yeah. Or sometimes people be like, you just give me a number. You give me a number. I'm like, all right, I'll give you $1. Then they quit. No, 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 no. I'm like, bro, so give me your number. You know what I mean? Everybody got a
Right,
number. But
right.
yeah.
Yeah, never shot your number out first, because then they'd be
Nah,
like, "Oh,
never.
you shot out 15. Oh, I was willing to take 10. Now you sitting up there looking crazy.
Right.
So, so, so,
Exactly.
Aaron, tell us, why do you ask for these storage agreements? Why do you ask for these free lot rent?
Because
What's the significance?
okay, so it's a couple of reasons. One, I'm not going to live there, so I'm not trying to pay no lot rent. And two, the more lot rent you're able to get free, or the longer amount of months, like if you're able to get 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, longer you have for your handyman to get it fixed up, remodeled, and get it on the market and get it sold. Because if you don't ask for free lot rent, you're going to start paying lot rent from the day you purchase that home. So if you buy it today and you don't got no storage agreement, end of that month or next month, you're going to have to pay whatever it is. In Tennessee, it's 400. You know what I mean? A park in Tennessee or in Bakersfield, which is California, is $672. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right,
that's the importance of it to basically so you don't got to pay lot rent for it because you're not going to live in a home. So why should you want to or have to? Well, I understand why you should have to, but why should you want to pay lot rent?
right.
Yeah.
So would you like walk away from a deal because they didn't give you the storage agreement or
Heck no, not a chance. So again, everything with me is like numbers. So I'm gonna do my due diligence, check out and see how much this is gonna cost, that's gonna cost, and run the numbers. And so for me, I always try to get myself. I in my mind, I'd be like, no matter if they give me lot rent or not, I still try to set aside 3 to 4 months of lot rent so I can just have on the side just in case I don't get it sold or finished in that amount of time. But yeah, no, I wouldn't walk away from a deal just because of that. No, not at all.
Yeah, me neither. I would. And you see our pretty homes. We try to get,
Your
storage
home,
agreement. They be like, if y'all don't get out of here with that,
right? Yeah, because your homes are beautiful, man. Like
they
I'm
are. We've
just
been so
starting out.
lucky.
I'm like, you ain't gotta do nothing. You be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this and that. I'm like, bro, like just do
Uh,
this. You ain't gotta do like I don't know. Your
But
homes are
Aaron,
nice.
Aaron, my brother is so anal. I'm like, you know what? If you don't hurry up and wipe that off and let's get on out of here and rent this out. My brother is so anal. I love him to death, but he drives me banana. I didn't realize how anal. I knew he was anal, but not to this degree. But
Yeah.
I'm like, if you don't hurry up and wipe that down, let's get out of here and rent this home out. He's
Mhm.
really anal when it comes to stuff like that,
Making it
Because
feel
you
good.
seen our homes. He said, oh, we'll rent this out in 3 weeks. I'm thinking 3 weeks. I'm thinking like tomorrow.
Right. Like,
He
bro, let's get this clean. Or if we're gonna
he's
hire somebody, let them come in and clean it. And
yeah.
maybe if this had a scratch, oh, we need to go touch that up with some paint. Like, bro, we're not waiting on 3 weeks.
Aaron, we've hired people to clean it, and he goes back behind them and cleans it again. I'm like, you know what? If you
You
don't get
need to
out
tell
of here
him he
with
needs to
this,
go clean.
yeah, I think he has some kind of disorder. I don't know. It's just
He
too much
got
for me.
OCD.
Yeah, exactly,
Because
exactly.
your homes be looking good. Like I be
They
looking at
do.
those, I'm like the one I think you just got, or maybe even rented it out now. You're just walking through, you're just talking about the sink in tub or something.
Yeah,
That place was nice. I'm like, bro, you just clean it and then it's ready to rent. Like you don't
my
even got
brother,
to go.
he's
I
something.
didn't
I
see.
love him to death, but sometimes I want to choke him at the same time. But I'm telling you, he do too much. So, Aaron, if this pandemic really hit us hard, if this pandemic was to happen again, where do you see us as investors in the mobile home business? Will we still thrive, or
Oh
what,
yeah,
what are your thoughts?
yeah. No, we'll do well. Because at the end of the day, regardless to what's going on, whether it's a home crisis, whether the market pop, everybody talking about the real estate, the rates and all this going to pop and da 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 da. People are still going to need places to live. I'm friends with the home I was telling you about. I got 2 months free lot rent. I'm friends with the owner of that park, and he have two other parks, one other park. He got two total. Yeah, one other park. And he was telling me he have a lot. He's an older guy. He got a lot of friends that's in the business, and he was like, they just own different businesses, like multimillionaires, whatever have you, doing whatever they
Uh,
do. He said a lot of them was losing a lot of money. He said, but the one, and he got two parks, and one of them is like half RVs and half mobile homes. He was saying his parks like didn't lose no money. Like he actually started to make more money because people was having to downsize and you know what I mean,
right.
losing certain things and not able to afford certain things. So they were coming over to the mobile home side versus trying to struggle and figure out different ways to pay for the traditional housing. But yeah, no, if COVID hit again and picks back up, no, I don't think we'll struggle at all. And actually, so in the pandemic, not to be putting her
Hmm.
business out, but it's all over the internet. But Nicole, our coach, taught
Right.
who taught me how to the game. She
Mm,
made 181K in 6 months in the pandemic.
yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it won't hurt us at all. And like just with me talking with him, he's older. He's late 60s, close to 70. He's been in the business for like at least 30 years, almost as old as I am. And he was
Hmm.
like, anytime he'd been through a bunch of different crashes, with whatever the situations were, he was like his mobile home stuff always have been the one that kept him afloat
Mm,
and kept prospering, where his friends that had real estate or tree companies or whatever have you stuff was they were losing money on it. And when the pandemic or when the crashes and stuff happened, but he didn't lose any money. But yeah, so we'll
hmm
be fine.
mm. And so, Aaron, like I say, everybody on this panel, I'm not really familiar with Rashada, but I'm sure now that you done mentioned her name, I'm sure I'm going to see her more often.
Yeah.
Like I say, everybody on this panel has been killing the game, and it's obvious you didn't have any kind of analysis paralysis. But tell me, uh, do you have any words of encouragement to somebody trying to, get into this business who might have analysis paralysis?
Yeah, man. I just made a post. I don't know if it's still up right now, but I posted something. I said, actually, I might have seen it. I mean, I've been heard this because it's an old saying, but I think I might have been watching your story, and I was just thinking like it's so true because me and Cherie and Rashad, we talk about this all the time. Like everybody want to get like all this knowledge and then go. It's like no, bro. Like educate yourself, like the basic education, and then get started. So whatever,
Mm,
like whoever come behind us and see this, like just jump off the porch. Don't go blindly. Like educate yourself, pay for invest in yourself, pay for your education, and then jump off the porch and go. But I made a post the other day. I said knowledge is in power. Damn, what's the word? Applied knowledge is power. You get what I'm saying? Because we can
right.
go read the whole book to whatever it is, and then we don't go apply it. It don't even matter. We're just sitting up here with a whole bunch of information in our head where we're gonna eventually lose it if we don't go apply it. So yeah, I
Right.
would tell you just to jump off the fence to any newbie, but first educate yourself and then jump off the fence. Get a mentor, somebody like Kelly, somebody you can reach out to who's going to help uh, guide you in the right way. I mean, the proof is in. I'm gonna tell you what's. This is a whole nother tangent. I'm gonna tell you what's shocking and surprising to me. The program I took, you watching your program, communicating with you, how much you even communicate with me. So I know you much more hands on with your students. I'm
Mm,
shocked at how many people won't get started. It's like, bro, like it's a no brainer for me. It's like, how are you like I don't know, like what are you scared of? Like the worst thing could happen is you make less money than you thought you were going to make. You're going to make money 100% sure. It might
right.
take you, it might take Kelly a year to make money. It might take Aaron 6 months to make money. It might take Cherie 10 days to make money. You're going to make money if you stay consistent, follow the blueprint, and just stay
Yeah.
consistent. It just, it just, it just, it just confuses me, man. Like watching you do it and watching others do it. You get what I'm saying? And I'm doing it, but just watching everybody do it, and it's like, why you think that this is a scam, or why you think that you can't do this? Like, we're not no geniuses or whatever. We come from pretty
Right.
much what y'all come from. But
Mm-hmm.
that
Definitely.
was a whole nother tangent. But I get passionate
Definitely.
talking about this.
But
My bad.
I'm compassionate about. I tell everybody I'm compassionate about this business. But what I will say, and I'm sure I can speak for all y'all, I do something every day, regarding mobile homes every day. And Aaron, you can attest. My mother was even in a hospital. Aaron contacted me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, hold on, I'm gonna talk to
Yeah.
Aaron real quick. Yeah,
Yep.
I do
Yeah.
something you have to do. You can't just do this, take a
Mm-hmm.
break and then come back. You got to do something every day. That's how you get successful at this. I
There
mean,
you go.
Aaron,
There
do,
you
do
go.
you feel the same way or?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I retired from basketball. I mean, I invest in stock, but I literally every day I do some mobile homes, even on the weekends. Like my wife, like, oh, you should take a break. Like, no, I shouldn't take a break. Like I know what it takes to be successful because I was very successful in my basketball career. So I know it's going to take that same hard work and that same dedication. So
Mhm.
I'm just taking that same mindset and implement it over here in mobile home investing. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. I do it. I'm going on vacation. I'm still doing something mobile home. And I told you, I study you a lot. So you posting in your stories, I love it. Like you give
Thank you.
it's for me, it's simple and basic information, but it's some of the stuff that I wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
your whole like use your business, build your business credit and funding and all that. That's genius. Like I think I was talking to Rashada this morning about it on the phone. I was like, man, I cannot wait till I'm getting because I told you, I have a lot of different relationships I have when I
Hmm.
can put my card up, man, and just go do that. And like you said, poor people use their own cash. I'm getting away from the poor people thing. I got two cards, so I've been using it. I'm getting away from
Exactly.
it. But
Exactly.
yeah, so when I get to that point, it's just going that's why when you ask the question about 5 years, honestly, I don't even know where I'm gonna be. I know it's gonna be somewhere like in a really good place because by
Hmm.
then my funding and everything will be on autopilot by then. And I'm just gonna keep building and building and building and building. And my son, I have a 9-year-old son he's watching what I do. I'm gonna pass it
Hmm.
on to him. I'm gonna pass it on to
Yeah.
him. He gonna know this. Like we said, if we'd known this at 20, we wouldn't have went to college. He's gonna know this way before 20. You get what I'm saying?
Good.
So
Good for him. Good for
yeah.
him. I can't. My mom, she still you like, why are you getting all these credit cards? Why are you getting all these business? She just don't under. She don't quite get it,
Mhm.
but she's starting to get it. And it's just a shame that that's how I was raised. Before I got into this business, I had one credit card and that was it. I didn't
All
have
of
a
it.
business credit card. I didn't have no business line of credit, and that's how rich people get rich, and that's how they stay rich. And
Not,
that's what I'm gonna do.
not
Get as
just you.
many business credit cards as I can get.
Yeah, not just you, all of us. And then you got to look at too. We always talk about this too with the ladies that's on here. Our parents didn't know what they didn't know. You get what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
internet
they
wasn't
didn't.
as valuable as it is now. It wasn't even around like when our mom then was like coming up. So they didn't even know this. They just knew like go work 9 to 5. Come home, take care of the kids, whatever have you. Like they didn't know what they
Mm,
didn't know. Now, if we go repeat the same situation, and our son or our daughter or whoever is getting it out the mud, then we fail. Like we should be doing
exactly.
all the lifting and all of that. You get what I'm saying? Like your
Right.
mom didn't know no better. And oh yeah, to piggyback back up a little bit, I appreciate you getting back to me when you told me you were dealing with your mom. I
Oh,
had
no
no clue,
problem.
but when you hit me, I was like, damn, I was like, she cool as hell for responding to this because you was like, you told me that you was in the hospital with your mom, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm hoping that she's doing better now.
Oh,
And
she is doing better. She's doing better. Yeah.
okay, and I
Thank
said
you.
a prayer
Thank you.
for her too that night.
It works. It
Yeah,
definitely works. So I
that's
appreciate
good.
that.
But yeah, I was
Yeah.
very thankful for that. I was like, damn, she didn't have to do that. But again, back to this community, man. Like that's why I like it here. It don't seem like for me, it don't seem like it's a competition. You know what I mean? Because we're all like you said, everybody on this panel, including you, we're all successful in our own right doing what we're doing. So
Right. Definitely. Definitely.
mhm.
So, Aaron, if somebody wanted to reach out to you regarding a deal, I know you got your sisters here. Are they able to, reach
Look,
out to you and contact you?
yeah, they can. Cherie looking like nah, they can't reach
Wait a
out to
minute.
my
Wait a
bro.
minute. I, we have to get
Nah,
Sharice's permission.
no, I'm joking. Nah, that's
Okay.
that's my sis. We be on it. We be on it. But
Uh,
yeah, no, if they want to reach out to me, they could hit me up on Instagram at He Buys Mobile Homes, and then on Facebook, it's just my name, Aaron Haynes, and it's Haynes is spelled Haynes. A lot of people just do it like Haynes underwear, like Hanes or Hayes. It's Haynes, Aaron Aaron. Yeah, they can hit me up. Yeah, I do JV deals, and if there's a send me a deal and I was to get it, even if I didn't JV it with them, I pay a referral fee. So yeah, if anybody have anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Even if they had questions, like I don't mind helping. Like just like what you do with me, like I'm actively doing this and I'm on it every single day, but it's still stuff I don't know. So I hit you up and be like, I
uh,
might ask a question. I hit Poe up all the time. I might hit one of my
right.
sisters up. So
Mm,
I'm here
right.
to help if I can.
Right.
Yeah.